Okay, now let's do our floor and roof UVs. So I'm just coming off of this fuse here after our split. And I want to do a wrangle real quick. And all this one is going to be doing is storing our original position. So new vector argboss at p equals position. Cool. Now let's do a for each connected piece. Okay. Now I want to do a bound coming off the side here. This stream is not going to connect into our block end. And bounding type is a rectangle. And we want to orientate it as well. As you know, we don't want to orientate it, we just want to leave it as it is. Cool. Put down another wrangle. And I'm going to call this one offset, because we want to basically move each of these pieces back to the center of the grid and orientate it as well. So do v at move amount, and we want to just get the position on point 0. And at p minus equal move amount. Let's miss the at. Okay. Do an attribute promote. Promote that to a detail, and it's our move amount. Check down another wrangle, and this one is going to be to work out the direction to rotate it and the amount. Okay. So this one is going to be a detail as well. And need to get that initialize the or get the position of point 0, 1, and 2. So do that, and then just copy and paste it twice. Change it to 2 and 1. And then get a direction, which is just 0.1 minus 0.0. And then set the y to 0, because we just want it on the horizontal plane. And then that's going to be equal to normalized itself. Okay. And that equals degrees of our inverse cosine of our dot product of our direction and positive x. And I guess we don't actually even need this one. put down a transform. And I'm going to call this rotate to local space in all capitals because we have to look this up later. Cool. And then get a detail attribute. And then get our direction there. And angle to rotate. Let's make sure our quotations are in the right spot. And then 0, because we're just getting the, it's not a vector, it's just a float. And that needs to be negative, that amount. Okay. Then over here, on our actual pieces, I'm going to do a transform. Okay. Fix that spelling mistake real quick. Copy this over to here. And then we also need to put it in here. But this is going to be move amount. And we had a lowercase m. I'm all over the place with my casing. So I did do, yeah, just do capital for that one. Copy that into there and then change 0 to 1. And that's to get X, Y, and Z. And that should center it on there and also rotate it. Put down a divide. Turn off that. Turn on procure polygons and do 25 by 25 or however big you want your squares. But I'm going to do that. It's interesting that it's not quite lining up. That is weird. Oh well, should not matter too much. Let's do it for each primitive. And then put down an attribute wrangle. And this is going to be our UV. And then in here, to vertices, v at uv.x equals at p.x. And then the same thing for our y. So not y, yeah, y for UV and z for position. Okay. Put down a UV transform. And then 1, position and just divide that by 25. Just to put it down into one square. And then we need to grab that. To move them all into tile 1. And then put down a fuse to rejoin those bits back together. Let's also do a quick shade. Do it at the end there. See, it's stacked them all up. We need to then put down a final wrangle. In this wrangle, P equals at original position. Reset position. And it's broken it. Let's quickly figure out what's gone wrong. First thing to test, come in here and put a V in front of that. Yep, there we go. So a lot of the times it won't automatically read it in as a vector. Okay. See, we've got a couple that are coming off the edge here, which I'm not quite sure why they're doing that, but I mean, for the most part, they're pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to call that good enough. I'm not sure why it's doing that. It really shouldn't. But I can't even find any areas where it's actually doing it anyway. So I don't think you'll ever notice. Oh, and that is the UVs for this. Finally, promote. Part type to a point. And come and plug this into here. And this is our prepared buildings. Now they're ready to go into the next stage, which is to actually start applying our modules. And let's also make sure we are taking our points as well. So let's put down a blast. Isolate just our points. Plug them in as well. Yeah, okay. So we've got our roof, our barriers, the points we're going to copy onto, and then our walls as well. It's like we've got a double up here coming through. It's not actually deleting those. Let's plug that into there instead. that over the primitives. There we go. That's better.